Hi ladies, Adele Harding here, presenter for Younique. Now, the question I get asked by so many people when I'm talking to them about their makeup and their skincare regime is how do I highlight and contour? And I kind of blame this on the Kardashians because they are the queens of contouring. But ladies, remember, they have their own makeup artists that would come and do their face every single day. And contouring is quite tricky to do and do well. I'm sure you've all seen people do it where it's just not looked terribly great. So if you want to really go for it with proper contouring, we have got a bundle that you can buy and do that with, where you get 2 BBs and your blending buds. Totally go and do that if you want to. But for me, I don't have the time to be contouring to that extreme every day at all. And the reason that contouring and highlighting is good is because it's just helping to frame your face. So an easier way to do our highlighting and contouring is using our bronzer. Now, I cannot go on about this bronzer enough. This bronzer is just so lovely. It can be used for lots of different things, and it's got, can you see it there? It's got a matte and a shimmer. So, excuse me. So it's great for obviously doing it all over, and people have been saying to me, oh, Adele, you've got a nice kind of glow. And I'm like, well, it's not from the weather that I'm getting. So let me just give you a little tip and a little trick as to how to use your bronzer to create those lines where the shadow will then fall. Because when it comes to contouring, it's all about where the light hits. And so you want to, the lighter areas you want to bring forward where the light hits, and the darker areas you want to sink back slightly. Okay, so using our bronzer, just tap off the excess. What you want to be doing is you want to be creating a line underneath your cheekbone, okay, in here. So using an angled brush like this is quite useful. Can you see that line? And then this is the lighter area, and so this bit is going to be fading back and this bit is going to be being brought forward. So a bit more of the bronzer for the other side. Once again, hair out the way, underneath your cheekbone. Sometimes it can help to suck in like that. Okay, so underneath. And then what you want to do with a bit more is you want to frame your face. So you can think of it in the number 3. So you want to come around the top, back into that line, back out again, and then round the bottom. Okay? So thinking of that number 3.
And frame the other side, okay? So that helps to give those dark areas. When it comes to trying to highlight
the lighter areas, we have 2 different types of concealer that you can use to do that. We've got our liquid one, we've also got a mineral powder one. I prefer to use the liquid one. And what I do is, this is quite a thick product. It's brilliant. It goes on, but you really don't need very much. It goes on really easily, and the coverage is amazing. But for highlighting, I would always use a colour lighter than the shade of my foundation. And what I like to do, because this is then also giving a treatment to my eye area, is I like to add a little drop of our Uplift Eye Serum to just slightly, you see that on there? Slightly thin down the product. And I use a concealer brush to just mix that on the back of my hand and then work in on my face. So I would just put a little triangle underneath my eye and this side. Don't worry, you're not going to be left looking like a clown. You'll be fine. And then down the center of my nose. You can see in this light on your Cupid bow there and there. Now if I didn't say at the beginning, and then just start to work it in. If I didn't say at the beginning, I had already applied my primer and my liquid foundation to my face. So then just start to work that in. If you want to, you can always keep using the brush or use a blending bud. And a blending bud is really, really easy to use. And you can actually see the light that is coming in on from outside as I'm doing this video is showing you the areas that get highlighted naturally anyway. So it's kind of helping you to see which areas you would need to highlight. So down that nose and under those eyes. And then I would also just put a little tiny bit, like a little tree coming out of the top of your head. And I would then blend that in. So there you have it. Some highlighting and some contouring, which is really easy to do. But if you do want to do the full Kim Kardashian style contouring, then please do show me how you get on. But hopefully this will give you a bit of an idea, you can see there, of how to do that. And I'll show you my finished face in just a moment.